Hello. This website I found because I'm trying to find what countries are not practicing this bad technology on other people. The real name of it is remote neural monitor. Remote meaning from afar, neural means brain, and monitoring means watching. It's not called gang stalking. It's not called TIs. The real name is remote neural monitoring. Anyway, this is the one I found. It's India. So India's Ministry of Defense publicly acknowledges remote neural monitoring. So I have to say, I am proud that this part of India is speaking out against it. This military branch, because the United States is a bad country right now. The United States is leading the assault against its citizens using this remote neural monitoring, and I hope other countries ban against the United States and put it to task and make it stop doing this to its citizens. Take it to the UN or council or whatever council. The country that's going to win will be the one who defeats the United States against this, because the United States is evil right now. So it's the only country that I have found so far that is saying that this technology is going to be bad, and it is, as we all know. That's why we're all complaining. United States, please stop your nonsense. If you want to be a world leader, lead and stop being evil. What made you turn against your citizens? I don't know, but whatever it is, turn back and love your people and stop being evil. If not, you're going to be a laggard country. You'll be like Rome. You will fall. You are going to fall. I have to read one sentence around here. It says, we are all familiar with losing a mobile phone signal. However, RNM, meaning remote neural monitoring, avoids this by employing a mixture of techniques from impedance matching to atomic dielectric resonance to punch through to even the deepest of underground tunnels and pass through Faraday cages as if they were tissue, meaning that the RNM could go through Faraday cages. I was going to get me a Faraday cage, but then when I was reading this, it's kind of useless according to this stuff. You know, they have technology that's so strong that it goes through the Faraday cage. And the United States is so evil, it'll put money into it, to finding stuff to go through Faraday cage. So, like the saying goes, you can run, but you can't hide. So I'm just proud of this Indian branch of government who's going to stand up against the United States when the time comes. Because the United States, you are going down the toilet. You are toilet. Yeah, for doing this to your people. Okay, I have one more thing. And the reason why it's so powerful it goes through Faraday cages, I think, is using graphene technology. Graphene, they say, is the strongest material known to man. Matter of fact, I read that. Let me get that article. According to digitaltrends.com article, graphene is stronger than steel, thinner than paper, and graphene could be the future of high tech. So right now it's in the developmental stage. You know, scientists are doing whatever, but one branch of scientists is using it in the wrong way, as far as I'm concerned. They're using it on us to annoy us with their listening crappy devices. You know, that's one branch. It could be used in great ways and do all this magical stuff. Yeah, I don't want to go. It's a carbon element, blah, blah, blah. You read all about it. I'm just going down to a sentence down here. Let's see. It says, if graphene has milling. I'm trying to find a sentence I found. Oh, here. I'll read this. In addition to its powerful electrical properties, graphene is also highly flexible and transparent. This makes it attractive for use in portable electronics. Smartphones and tablets could become much more durable using graphene, and perhaps could even be folded up like paper. Wearable electronic devices have been growing in popularity recently. With graphene, These devices could be made even more useful, designed to fit snugly around limbs and bending to accommodate various forms of exercise. So, this is why they're using it, because it could go in our skin and we won't even know it, and they're putting atoms and all this. That's why right now we're suffering, because they do add particles and they're using this graphite because it's flexible, thin, and all this other stuff. The secret scientists, not the good ones, the wicked ones. And I'll give you an example in 1 second. Okay, now graphene. So this article is about, it says nano-based wearable electronics for mental disorder, diagnosis and functional restoration, production technologies and devices, blah, blah, blah. It's dated November 2019. This is an article where it's found in Germany, from Germany, but it's in English. So what they're going to be doing is using graphene to help with this stuff. Because I was saying graphene is being used good and bad, and I'm thinking this is kind of bad because it's how do you say that? Electroencephalogy, EEG. EEG is the thing that they use for those gang stalking people. They put on the headphone, and it's called EEG. So this EEG is using graphene. They're going to use it for mental disorders. When they say mental disorders, that means they're going to be messing with us. They be calling us mental disorders, but we're not mental disorders. It's just tricks. Okay, this company said they're going to be, yeah. I just want to see the electrodes are, I want to say where it says they're going to use graphene in here. However, hardly any graphene ink suitable for ink printing are available on market. They're just going to be using graphene. Where is that? Should I read that? I'm trying to find it. Where did I find it? Okay. The Nano Edge project aims at the development of an ink from graphene nanoparticles for inkjet printing and scalable printing. And it's a lot of stuff, nanoparticles, carbon. It's just taking graphene. They're going to use it on the skin and give you the mental people, like according to what we are. Supposedly, we're supposed to be mental people because we can hear voices and having all these problems. And it's called EEG-based feedback systems. So it's being implemented to me. They're trying to do something good in this company, maybe. I don't know. But when you see that, it's going to be between the Germans and the Israelis are doing this together to make this stuff for mental people and all this nonsense. And I'll just show you an EEG headphone. Let me get a headphone. Okay, this is my example of graphene being used badly to me. It's my opinion. From Science Daily, this is the article right there, labeled, yeah. So I go down here, and what does it say? Graphene can hear your brain whisper. That's the name of the article. It was in January this year, 2019. This is December, so anyway, this is what they're going to be using it for, to listen to our brains. I don't want to read all of it. That's what they're going to be doing. And they're using graphene because it's a thin carbon structure, like it says, the body of knowledge about human. Yeah, I don't want to go reading all of it, but that's what they're using it for. So it's not being used, it's used against us. Why can't you use graphene correctly and stop hurting us? You're going to be using it against us on our brains. Yeah. It says researchers have been using electrode arrays to record the brain's electrical activity for decades, mapping activity in different brain regions to understand what it looks like when everything is working and what's happening when it is not. Until now, however, these arrays have only been able to detect activity over a certain frequency threshold. A new technology developed by the graphene flagship overcomes this technical limitation, unlocking the wealth of information found below 0.1 hertz, while paving the way for future brain-computer interfaces. So this graphene is going to be used with brain interfaces like what we're getting right now. We are the guinea pigs. The rest of the population doesn't know what's going on, but us guinea pigs know. They're already using it on us. That's why you can't get it out the body. So I say just detox, because I'm getting mine out. Not all of it, but they keep placing it back. Anyway, the result is an unprecedented mapping of low-frequency brain activity known to carry crucial information about different events, such as the onset and progression of, this one says, epileptic seizures and strokes. Okay, in this instance, it's being used for seizures and strokes. But the ones that we are, the underground wicked people who are annoying us, they're taking this technology, this thin layer of making the hearing of whispers and using it against us, not using it for us. They're giving us, in fact, strokes and epilepsy. That's what they're using it for. They're not finding it to stop it. They're creating it in our bodies to begin with. So graphene is a good material, right? You could use it for wearing your watches or whatever. But it's being used wrong against us. Now, I don't know where the future's going. It's just not right. So please, whoever's using graphene, stop doing bad with it. What's the other article? The other article is being used in psychiatry. Nano-based wearable electronics for mental disorder. It's being used for mental health. But, you know, when they say mental health, they don't really care about mental health people. They never did. Really. They always had them as guinea pigs and like MK Ultra. So this graphene here is going to be used again. Yeah, it's going to be here, like it says, graphene. I don't want to read all it. I'm just showing the article where I find it. Graphene is suitable inks for, they're going to using it in inks. Yeah, this is terrible. It's an Israeli-German company, so it's worldwide. This one is Israeli-German. Oh, yeah. Just terrible. I mean, what they use, just scientists, why can't you use it right? Why you have to be so mean? You know, use it right. Yeah. Sorry, I was holding my phone wrong. But there's an EEG machine that I want to show what it looks like. Okay, so when you do your own research, you just type in EEG graphene. And then you'll see all the articles, different articles, about how it's going to be used on the brain. Graphene, they say, is the strongest material known to man. So that's why we are having difficulty fighting this GAN stalking thing, because they're using it for their projects, their stuff that they use to listen to us, you know, the science. Yeah, I had that article. Just type it in and you'll see. So it's the strongest material. So that's why you're having a hard time suffering the way how you are. So I suggest people, you just detox it out, because it's so strong. You have to find like baking soda, stuff that will take out this. It's a carbon, so you have to find stuff that can break down carbon. They say it's a carbon interlaced product, and it's going to record a newly developed graphene-based implant. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of articles. I'm just giving you a rough idea of what's going on. Why are you having such trouble? It's carbon-based particle, interlaced, whatever they call it, interlaced. EEG. In order to realistically, signals, it gets all the signals. I just want to show what do you call it? The headphone. One moment. My phone is okay. You type in EEG headphone on your search engine. They have these. These are not the ones that they use, but those what do you call them? Those people, they have like something like this. I was told. I mean, I heard, I read, I don't know. They use these it's EEG, the mindset headphones, to record brain waves. You can read there. Yeah, it's terrible. That's what they be using. These headphones train you to better focus. It's like something like that. They be using it to get in our brains. So you want to know what they're looking at, what they're using. It's EEG. So you find a headphone. You could get it on Amazon. Some of them are cheap. So you know what's going on. Then they have the software, the bad software that they use it with. And then they go into their trance state. They lie down in their house and they put on this headphone. And then they knock them out under consciousness. And then the main perp, who is your perp person, the main perp, he goes into their EEG session and then listens to what you're doing, and then they rape you and all that kind of stuff. So they be using this EEG headphones in their homes. So if you break in their house, you could find it in there. I'm not telling you to break in. Maybe you should break in their house, because they're breaking in our brains, and take the stuff out and break it up. Sometimes that crosses my mind. Anyway, that's... So you type in like this, EEG headphones for mind control. And these ones, this is not the ones that are being used, but I'm just giving you an idea. So they lay down their house, right? They put on this mind control EEG made with graphene, and then the signal they what do they call it? They zap them out, make them go to sleep unconscious, and they're like in a catatonic state. Then the main perp goes in his or her brain that's being with the headphones, and then they got your signal, your digits, and they zap in there. That's how it works, as far as I know. They got this headset, some headset like this, and they knock them out unconscious. The person that's your neighbor, most likely it's a neighbor. They always need someone who's a neighbor. They always got a neighbor. I don't know, that's just how it's working for now. And then the person who's on the satellite frequency dish or cell tower dish, he gets that signal, and then they annoy the hell out of you. They rape you, the one, like his name's Alfonso. He not next to me, but he got my neighbors with these machines on. They put it on, they become catatonic. He be sleeping. I hear the man, he be sleeping. Then when I you know how to avoid it? You gotta, if you could wake up when they knock you out, because they knock you out as well. So you gotta get up. When you could get up, go out your house for a little bit. Even if it's midnight, just go out your house, lock your doors, and go walk around just get out the house. It breaks the signal down. So then he or she who's in the catatonic state will stop annoying you. That's how we get out of it. You gotta go out the house. I discovered that. You gotta go, just go out your house. And then that person wakes up. And then they're gonna try again and try again and try again. Until they annoy you. And if you just wake up. You wake up. They're trying not to make me make this video. Anyway, I'm just trying to say they got graphene, and then the government, you need countries like that, part of the government, to stop. My other part here, like India has this problem too. Any place has it, but like I was saying, that was my original when I was doing this video. India's Industry Defense Pub. It's a book. You have to read the book, but I'm not getting the book. I just read the excerpts of the book. Okay, and that's the article over there in the book. That's the name. Yeah, you go there and you read it. For all who want to go read it, because I'm just taking stuff. This stuff has to stop. So I'm glad this part of India people's government, is the military, is stepping up to the plate, and they're not going to be doing what the U.S. is doing. The U.S. is a retarded country. I don't know what's wrong with the United States. Why are you doing this to the United States? But you're going to fall like Rome. That's all I'm trying to say. United States video is for the United States and the stupid people who are running it. All you stupid people in the United States who are doing this remote neural monitoring, EEG technology, need to go away. You're a bunch of fools, and you're going the wrong way. Wrong way. You want the United States to stay down and be like Rome? Go ahead. Rome fell. The man who bothers me, he's from Italy, so it's in his gene pool to do acting stupid anyway. He's in charge in New York branch, as far as I know. All right. That's all. And make sure you detox people, and break down the carbon structure of the graphene, because that's what's in us. They do it in the air, in your water. They place these particles, and we get it in, and it grows in you. You never know what's in there, but it's in there. Interlaced. It's a lot to say, but that's all. And don't get discouraged. I get mine out. If I could get mine out, you could get yours out. All right. Have a nice day.